morning. I'm Nidhi Ghetia. Today we study our subject that is pharmacognosy and phytochemistry 1. That's called is BP 305 TP. Okay, so in this subject we learn our first unit. In first unit we study the quality control of drugs of natural origin. Okay, so today our study of the content that is evaluation parameters of the crude drug. Okay, in last lecture we studied the adulteration of the crude drug. So today we study the evaluation parameters of the crude drugs. Okay. So first, what is evaluation? Okay, what is evaluation of the crude drugs? So pharmacopoeial standards applicable to crude drugs. Pharmacopoeial standards are shared to the evaluate crude drugs in raw or powdered form. Okay. Then the evaluation means determination of the quality and purity. Okay. Evaluation, that word means the determination of the quality and also purity. So as per pharmacopoeial standard, the set of the evaluation of the crude drug in a raw materials or powder materials to forms the quality and purity of their raw materials. Okay, so that's why we evaluate their standard. Okay, so the evaluation is done by the comparing unknown samples with the knowing monograph written in a pharmacopoeia. Okay, as per the evaluation done by the comparison of the pharmacopoeial monograph, and we get performing this test is, and then we get the result, then we compare the both monograph from the pharmacopoeia and our test result. Okay, so the drug evaluation may be defined as the determination, identification, purity and quality of the drug. Okay, what is drug evaluation? So that defined as the determination, identification and purification or purity of the purity of quality of the drug. Okay, purity and quality of the drug. So identify, that is the identification of the biological source of the drugs. Okay, first we identify the what around drugs criteria, like belongs to the drug which area, or their biological source or their namings, or then quality, that is the quantity of the active constituents present. Okay, chemical constituent, how many or which are the chemical constituents are present in the active ingredients or chemical constituents. Okay, that is the quality. And then purity, so the extent of the foreign organic materials present in a crude drugs. Okay, which are the foreign materials, okay, are present in the crude drugs, so that's called the purity. Okay, then method of the drug evaluation, mainly 5 method of the drug evaluation. The evaluation of the drug is done by the study of the various properties, like various properties like the organoleptic properties, microscopic property, then biological property, then chemical property and then physical property. Okay, these are the 5 properties for the evaluation of the drug, or we say the 5 parameters of the drug evaluation. Okay, so what is, we first study the organoleptic evaluation. Okay, so in organoleptic evaluation, the organoleptic evaluation means the study of the crude drug which senses organs which include the external morphology, color, odor or state. Okay, what is organoleptic evaluation? Okay, that is a morphological based evaluation and senses based evaluation. Okay, morphological based evaluation, that is their fruit, root, flower, seeds, all parts are the considered in a morphological evaluation. Okay, then sense is like taste, odor and color. Okay, so basically 2 types. First, that is a morphological base and second one, that is a sensological. Okay, so first that is a morphological character. So it includes the organized and unorganized portion of the plant. Okay, So organized part include the stem, root, fruit, flowers, seeds, leaves, herbs, etc. in organized plant. And then unorganized part, they include the resin, gum or latex. Okay. So in bark, morphological base, first one, that is a bark. So the include all the tissues in woody stem outside the interfascicular cambium, which constitute to the drug. Okay. So bark are collected from the trunk or branches of the trees and narrow strips. Okay. So examples of the bark, that is cinnamon, cinchona, ashoka and kurchi. These all are the example of the bark. Okay. So during drying the drug, it undergoes the unequal constriction and assume the different shapes. Okay. So these all are the examples of the bark. Okay, in these examples they contain the kurchi bark, cinchona bark, cinnamon bark, and also having the asoka leaf. Okay, asoka bark. Then we study the next, that is a underground structure, that is a root, rhizome or bulbs, combs and tubules. Okay, so that all the drugs are the underground drugs. Okay, that are rhizome, roots, bulbs, combs and tubers are the underground structure of the plant. Okay, so they are swollen due to the storage of food materials like carbohydrate and other chemicals. Okay, so here we see the examples, that is ginger and turmeric, that is a root and rhizome of the plant. Okay, bulb, that is a beetroot, then tubular, that is a potato. That all are the underground drugs. Okay. So this is the examples. First, that is a ginger, and second one, that is a turmeric. So now we study the another topic, that is a leaves. So the leaves, margin, base, apex and venation of the leaves helps in the identification of the drugs. Okay, as per leaves we identify the drugs, which this is a drugs identification. Okay, leaves as per the leaves, margin, base, apex, then their veins. So we identify the which plant that are naming of this plant. Okay. So here two examples, that is the first one, that is a senna leaves, and second one, that is a tulsi leaves. Okay. Then now we study the flowers. So these are the reproductive organs of the plant and possess the different shape, size and colors. These are the reproductive organ. Flower is, that is a reproductive organ of the plants. Okay, and they possess the different shapes and different size and different color. Okay, so here we see the saffron. So saffron extracted from the flower, which is used as an accessory in the food. Okay, which is one type of the flower fooding agent. Okay, flavoring agent. Saffron, that is a flavoring agent for the foods. Okay. Then we study the fruits. So fruits arise from the ovaries and contain the seeds. Okay, fruits arrive from the ovaries. Okay, and then they contains the seeds. They be globular, oblong and ellipsoidals in shape. Okay, globular, oblong and ellipsoidal in shape. Okay, here two examples, that is almond and amla. Both are the fruit and they contain amla having the seeds, and almond having almond, that is one type of the seeds. Okay, or fruit or seeds, both are. Now we see these seeds. Okay, one type of the part of the flowering fruiting of the that is a seeds. So seeds are the developed from the ovules in the carpels of the flowers, okay, and they are characterized by the helium and micropyles, okay, etc. So here we take the two examples, that is first that is a linseed or flax seeds, okay, and second one that is a nux vomica or vomica. Linseed also called the flax seeds, they having the omega-3 fatty acid, and vomica that's also called the nux vomica, okay. So now we study the second part of the organoleptic evaluation parameter, that is the study of the sensory characters, okay. First we study the morphological base drugs, and now we study the sensory based characteristic, okay. In sensory based characteristic, color, texture, odor and taste are useful in the evaluation of the drug, okay. So color, odor, taste and texture, these four criteria for the sensory characteristic, okay. So first we study the color. So some drugs are green in color when dried in shape, okay, but they become pale and bleached when dried in sunlight, okay. Some drugs having the color that is green, okay, in dried in shape, okay, but they dried in the sunlight, the color that is suddenly change, okay, pale and bleached color. So here two examples, that is a Termina annulia cebula, okay, one type of the herde, okay. So this is a greenish color, okay, and here fresh and dried, okay, in a dried in a presence of the sunlight. So here some little pale and bleached or shrink the drug structure, okay. So this is a color. Second one, that is the odor. So the odor of the drug may be either distinct and indistinct, okay. So the term used for the drug are aromatic, balsamic or spicy. So mentha, cloves are some of the examples of the drugs which have a distinct odor, okay. So two, that is a mentha and cloves, that having the distinct odor, and aromatic, balsamic and spicy odor, okay. So this is the order. Now we see the test. So the drug may be evaluated by the test also, okay. So the test may be saline, sour, salty, sweet, bitter or alkaline, okay. These are the types of the test. The first, that is a saline, second one that is a sour, third one that is a salty, fourth one that is a sweet, fifth one that is a bitter, and sixth one alkaline, okay. So the substance without test are regarded as a testless, okay. Here for the testing purpose we adding the any foods, that is a ginger and capsicum, okay. So capsicum have not having the any taste, okay, and then ginger also having the good smell and having the best taste. In capsicum, the red capsicum also having the good for the tasting agent, okay. We generally we add the ginger and capsicum for the tasting purpose, okay. Then now we see the texture. So the sometimes drugs can be examined by their consistency, texture and nature of the fracture, okay. So here we see the example that is a colocynth can be compressed easily since the parenchyma is loose, okay. This is the example of the watermelons, okay. So colanthes can be compressed easily with the parenchyma is loose, okay. This is a figure, that is a watermelon figure, okay. So now we start the second parameter, that is the microscopical parameter. Okay, so in the crude drugs are evaluated microscopically by their non-histologically characters. Okay, so the shape, size, relative position of the cells and tissues, chemical nature of the cell wall and cells contain and the determined. Okay, so in the microscopical evaluation we determine the size, shape, relative position, then position of the cells and tissues, then chemical nature of the cells and cell wall contained. Okay, so basically we follows the constant are used in a microscopical measurement. First, that is a stomatal numbers. So the average number of the stomata is per square micrometer of the per square mm of the epidermis is known as the stomatal number. Okay, the average number of the stomata per square meter mm of the epidermis is known as the stomatal number. Okay, first character, that is a stomatal number. Now we study the second character, that is a stomatal index. So the percentage portion of the number of the stomata to the number of the epidermal cells of the leaf is known as the stomatal index. Okay, so they having the one stomatal number equation, that is Sx into S into 100. Okay, and then divided by E plus S. So here S, that is a number of the stomata per unit area, okay, per square. Then E, that indicates the number of the epidermal cell in the same area. So first we consider the stomatal number of the stomata per area into 100, and they divided into epidermal cells in number of the epidermal cells per plus stomata number of the unit area. Okay, so this is a stomatal index. Okay, represents the stomatal index by this equation, S into 100 divided by E plus S. Okay, then third criteria, that is a vein isolate number. Okay, so it is defined as the number of the vein isolate per square mm of the leaf surface between the midrib and the margin. Okay, this is a vein isolate number. Now we see the fourth one, that is a vein termination number. So it is defined as the number of the veinlet termination per square mm of the leaf, a surface between midrib and margin. Okay, define as the number of the veinlet termination per square mm of the leaf surface between midrib and margin. Okay, then fifth character, that is a palisade ratio. So it is defined as the average number of the palisades cells beneath each epidermal cells. Okay, beneath each epidermal cells, average of the palisade cells beneath each epidermal cells. Okay, that is a palisade ratio. So this is Atropa belladonna examples. So first, that is a stomatal number. It's having the lower epidermis 77 to 115. Okay. Then stomatal index, that is a 20.2 to 23 in lower epidermis. Then vein termination number, that is 6.3 to 10.3, and then palisade ratio, that is a 6 to 10. Okay. Then digitalis purpurea, so vein isolate number, that is 2 to 5.5 in between. Okay, and then palisade ratio, that is 3.7 to 4.2 in between. So now we see the physical evaluation parameter. Okay, this is the third number of the evaluation parameter. First we study the organoleptic parameter, then second one, that is microscopical parameter, and third one, that is a physical evaluation. Okay, so physical evaluation parameter, so the physical parameter are determined for the evaluation of the crude drug, it includes the moisture of the content. So first we study the moisture of the content. Okay, moisture of the content mainly measure of the powder drugs. Okay, so the moisture content will be determined by the heating a drug at the 105 degrees Celsius in an oven to constant weight. Okay, constant weight. So the excessive moisture content will deteriorate the quality of the drug by activating enzyme and growth the microorganism. Okay, excessive moisture are present in the any powder substance. Okay, excessive amount of the moisture will be present in the any drug substance or powder substance. So they decrease the quality of the drug and they active the enzymes and the growth of the microorganisms. Okay, so the here the figure of the starch. Okay, so the starch is in the powder form. Okay, so moisture of the content for mainly for the powder substance. Okay, only and perform for the only powder substance. Okay, so starch should contain the NMT, that is 15% of the moisture. Okay, moisture of the content, that is 15%. So now we study the second, that is H value. Okay, so residue remaining after the incineration of the drug is the H content of the drug. Okay, so incineration of the drug. Okay, then the total H value is determined at the around 450 degree Celsius, which may contain the carbonates, phosphate, oxide and silica. Okay, so the sulfate S is determined by the treating drug with dilute sulfuric acid at the around 600 degree of the Celsius. Okay, so acid insoluble as H is determined by the treating total H with dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay, so this is the for the H value, H content. Okay, so H, that is an incineration of the drug and they making the ash. Okay, so they contain the of the drug. Okay, first in this process, first drug taken and then they going on for the incineration, and then after the incineration they convert into ash. Okay, so the here ash value for the cloud, that is a total ash percent weight by weight, that in NMT, that is a parameter of the determination of the ash value, that is a 7, and cannabis, that is a 15, then acid insoluble ash percent, that is in 0.75, and cannabis having the 5. Okay, so the physical evaluation parameter in third, that is the RF value. So RF value means the flow ratio. Okay, RF value means the flow ratio, and it is defined as the ratio of the distance covered by the solute to the distance covered by the solvent in chromatography. Okay, solvent RF value, they having the flow ratio. Okay, they naming that is a flow of the ratio. So it is defined as the ratio of the distance covered by the solute, okay, to the distance covered by the solvent in chromatography. Okay, so here solvent front and new position of the compound or original compound. This is a figure of the RF value. Okay, so now we study the fourth number, that is a refractive index. So it is the ratio of the velocity of the drug, velocity of the light in a vacuum to velocity of light in the substance. Okay, so refractive index, they having the on equation, that is velocity of the light in vacuum and divided by the velocity of the light in substance. Okay, this is a refractive index, or this is figure of the refractive index. Okay, picture of the. So the value of the refractive index is constant is constant and very useful for the standardizing of the volatile and fixed oils. It is measured by the refractometer. Okay. So examples of the Claus oil has having the on refractive index like 1.5 5302 1.531, that is a Claus oil's refractive index. Okay, so ratio of the velocity of the light in a vacuum and to the velocity of the light in the substance. Okay. Then now we study the fifth parameter, that is optical rotation. So it is the degree of the rotation of plane polarized light when it passes through the optical active substance. Okay, optically active substance, they are passed from the plane polarized light, or they generate the 1 degree of the rotation, so that's called the optical rotation. So if the rotation of the plane polarized light is toward right dextro-rotatory, okay, that is a plus sign, and having if rotation of the plane polarized light towards the left, that is a levo-rotatory, they mentioned by the minus. Okay, so optical rotation is determined with the polarimeter. Okay, with help with the polarimeter. So here Claus oil having the optical rotation, that is a 0 to 1.5 degree, and then dextrose, that is a plus 52 degree. Okay, so plus that indicates the dextro-rotatory. Okay, then dextro-rotatory, and then levulose, that is a fructose, that is a minus 92 angle. Okay, 92 degree. So they having that's minus indicates the levo-rotatory. Okay, so this is a optical rotation. So now we see the foreign organic matters. So the parts other than the drug are known as the foreign organic matters. Okay, so it is its maximum limit is the given in the monograph is a particular drugs. Okay, a monograph for the particular drugs. So foreign organic matters are foreign organic matters. The part of the other than drugs are known as the foreign organic matters. Foreign organic matters, and maximum limit is the given in a monograph of the particular drug. Then extractive value. So extract is done obtained from the crude drug by the maceration of the continuous extraction by Soxhlet extractor. The solvent used for the extraction dissolution the phytochemical present in the crude drug like alkaloid, glycoside, tannin, resin, and solvents like the alcohol, water, ether are used for the extraction. Okay, so extractive value, that is a maceration or continuous extraction in a Soxhlet extractor. Okay, Soxhlet extractor, that is the one system of the extraction. So the solvent of the used for the extraction in dissolve the phytochemicals present in the crude drugs, and they like the alkaloids, glycoside, tannins or resins, okay, etc. Then solvents like the alcohol, water, ether, okay, which are the used for the extraction purpose. Okay. So now we see the volatile oil content. So volatile oil is obtained from the crude drugs using the clearance apparatus in the laboratory. So ether is used as the solvent for the obtaining volatile oil. Okay, so this is a system for the volatile oils. Okay, volatile in nature. Any oils are having their volatile nature, so that's including the volatile oils content. So now we see the melting points. one substance are perform they generate the melting process in there, so that's that point that is indicates the melting point. Okay, so it is the temperature required to melt down the drug. Okay, so the melting point are sharp and constant to pure chemical and phytochemical. Okay, so it is the temperature required to melt down of the drug. So at one temperature, drug are melt in any condition. Okay, by heating. One temperature are increased at one temperature. Okay, higher temperature or lower temperature, but one temperature our drugs are melt down by heating process. So that's point that is that is the melting point. Okay, that temperature that is drugs melting point. Okay, so melting point are sharp and constant in a pure chemical and phytochemicals. Okay. Now we see the viscosity. So it is the property of the liquid to resist its flow. So it is measured by the using Oswald viscometer. Okay, this is the best viscosity measurement meter or apparatus. Okay, so it is a property of the any liquid to resist the flow, proper flow. Okay, the resist the their proper flow. That's measurement machine, that is their Oswald viscometer. Okay. So now we start our fourth parameter, that is a chemical evaluation parameter. Okay, so determination of the active constituents in the drug by chemical test is referred to as the chemical evaluation. Okay, so the followings are various methods of the chemical evaluation, like instrumental method, chemical constant method, individual chemical test, or microchemical test. These four are the various criteria or various method for the chemical evaluation. Okay, so in first, that is the instrumental method. So they make use of the various instruments for the evaluation, like colorimetry, fluorimetry, or spectroscopy meter. Okay, any instrument we use for the chemical evaluation process, so they are included in the instrumental method. Okay, they make the various instrument for the evaluation, like instrument like the colorimetric meter, fluorimetric meter, or spectroscopic meter. Okay, in spectroscopic meter we include the UV spectrometer also, or SPLC also. Then we study the second parameter, the second criteria, second method, that is a chemical constant. Okay, chemical constant test. So in this, these are like acid value, iodine value, and ester value, etc. Okay, so are used for the identification of the fixed oil and fat. Okay, in chemical constant test, we identify their fixed oil and fats. Okay, like acid value, iodine value, and ester value are used for the identification of the fixed oil and fats. Okay. So now we see the third test, that is individual chemical test. So these are the tests which are used for the identify particular drug. Okay, like the example like Helfer test for the cottonseeds oil. Okay, in this we perform this oil test in our organic or inorganic chemistries labs. Okay, so these all are the individual chemical tests, like the identify the particular drugs. Okay, particular parameter, particular drugs. Okay, so now we see the microchemical test. Okay, so these are the tests which are carried on slides. Okay, so these are the tests which are the carried on the slides. Okay, in microscope, microchemical test, that is a microscopic test. So the examples like eugenol or in clove oil is precipitate as the potassium eugenate crystals. Okay, in microchemical test performed on the slide with using the chemicals. Okay, so this known as the microchemical tests. Now we see the biological evaluation. Okay, fifth parameter, that is a biological evaluation. So in the biological evaluation is done to determine effect and potency of the drug is a living organism. Okay, so the animal preparation, so the living organism and animal preparation are isolated living tissues. Okay, it is also known as the bioassay. So the it can evaluate both pharmacological activity and toxicological activity of the drug. Okay, so biological evaluation is done to the confirm the test after physical and chemical test all. Okay, this is the last number of the test. Okay, so last number of the criteria for the evaluation of the drugs parameter. Biological test can be preclinical testing and clinical testing. In preclinical testing in a laboratory, animals like mouse, rat, pig or dogs. Okay, or also rabbits also, then guinea pig. Okay, in clinical testing in a human volunteers. Okay, by biological evaluation, that is a determined effect. Okay, for the we perform the biological evaluation for the purpose of the determine the effect of the drug and potency of the drug in living organisms. Okay, living organism like the animal preparation or isolate living tissues, it also known as the bioassay. Okay, animal preparation and isolate let the living tissues, that's known as the bioassay, and it can evaluate both pharmacological activity and toxicological activity. Okay, biological evaluation also performed by confirmed by the all tests are confirmed, and then we perform the biological evaluation. Okay, so the evaluation by the two parameters, that is preclinical testing and clinical testing. Clinical testing performed in humans, volunteers, and then preclinical testing are performed in the animals like a mouse, rat, pig or dogs. Okay, so here we over this topic, that is evaluation parameter of the two drugs. Okay, so thank you to all.